good? We ready? Is it going? We're good?
That's okay.
Can I get a drum roll? I need something to amp me up. Let's get a chant going. Group chant. I was thinking like a chant.
We
Go
are Mighty
Gert.
Mouse.
Go Gert. 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 Okay, everyone, shut up.
Welcome to episode 9 of The Worst Show Ever. We are here to titillate your senses with our sultry voices tonight. So, kick back, put your feet up, put your shoes back on. Your feet smell bad. I am Paul Ward, and to my very long-reaching right is...
The Christopher Suter. And to my not quite as long-reaching right.
You know what? Uno. I play the reverse card.
Oh.
Paul Ward. Playing another reverse card.
This is Chris Suter.
No one questioned that I played 2 cards in a row. Uno,
Skip
by
a
the
turn.
way. Ooh, skipping Emily back to Paul. I'm going to change the color to yellow.
Oh, that's racist.
And say this is Paul Ward. And finally, as Chris and I are both, we've gotten rid of all of our cards, left with the rest of the deck in her hand is...
Okay, so,
I'm Emily. I was gonna act like I wasn't here.
this episode brought to you by the brand new Apple Eye Doctor. Call today for a consultation for the cutting-edge retina transplant. Now get your retina surgically replaced with the technologically advanced retina display. The new Apple Eye Doctor, because your eyes are just plain better than everyone else's.
That's nice. That's nice. And then I wanted to cut to a clip of somebody going, "Ah, my eyes!"
like full-size computer screens.
Huge laptop screens coming out where their eyes were. Oh my god. I like that a lot. So, let's kick things off with a typical segment here. Or a suckment, depending on how good your answers are. Chris, where were you?
You always ask that so strangely.
Where were you?
Well, I'm going to take that as what's new with you this week.
Yeah,
Don't-
where have you been? What have
that
you been up
wasn't the
to?
question.
I want to know
Well,
everything about you.
I started teaching, so that's been exciting. I started teaching drums to this kid.
But aren't they really teaching you?
No, I'm actually teaching them. I'm a paid professional.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
And this is exciting, and Sandy's going to hate me for telling you. We started an online workout plan with dailyburn.com.
No way! I see those
Yeah, we
commercials
did.
all the time.
Yeah, we did.
Are they intense?
I mean, like, she signed up for it, so, and really, it's more about her, because she wants to get into doing something, but she doesn't want to do it by herself, but we're not going to pay to go to some, like, personal trainer, because that's ridiculous. So, she chose, it's more of a female-based thing. Okay. But, I don't care, I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
So,
do all the trainers have names that are like, "Hi, I'm Geyser"?
well, today, actually, we did our first one today, and it was titled "Kicking It with Kiera."
Oh my gosh!
It's
and
nice.
you literally just kicked something.
It was like a lot of kicking and a lot of punching, and today was the day I realized I don't think I would fare very well in a fight. A fight. Wait,
was the workout that you and Sandy just hit each other?
No, like there's a certain coordination. I mean, her workout was very boxing and kickboxing based, and there's obviously a rhythm to it, and that's the first time I've ever done it, and it was like I was not doing very well.
Now, this is weird to me, though, because you instinctively would have some amount of rhythm, unless these poor children are getting the worst drum lessons ever.
Well, I mean, drum rhythm and body rhythm are two totally different things, though.
But what if you punch them with a cadence?
Yeah, maybe.
So
that was new with me.
But what was it? Do you just feel uncoordinated, or were the punches, they weren't just feeling like a knockout
Well,
punch?
it was like, there's a certain, like, when you punch, your body is supposed to twist a certain way.
Yes. Yeah. You twist into it.
And it's really, like, I'm fine with, like, the simpler things, but when it starts to get to the, okay, now we're gonna punch, hook, uppercut, kick to the side, and squat. It's like, I just get super tripped up, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
That sounds like a lot.
But it was 38 minutes,
Wow.
and it was pretty serious.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that why you guys have the Bald House juices now?
The what?
The Bald House juices? You guys
Yes, actually.
getting all healthy?
Well, the part of the plan is, like, they give you, like, these nutritional... you can do a nutrition plan, but I don't think we're going to do the meal plan because it's, like, every single night is, like, the dinner is, like, something super complex, and it's, like, we're not going to go to the store and spend, like, $20 in ingredients every single night just
I
to
like
make
this
dinner.
better. McDonald's and juice.
Where do the
Yes.
bagel bites fit into
Yeah.
the diet plan?
They are for snack time.
But I thought when pizza was on a bagel, you could have pizza anytime.
You are allotted 12 snack times throughout the day. Lunch and dinner are skipped altogether, replaced by snack time.
I did start eating asparagus this morning, per the nutrition plan.
You did not.
What is
So
the
you've just
benefit
had
of starting your day with asparagus?
Well, it's not. I didn't
Smelly
just
pea
eat that
all day.
I had for the first time ever, a poached egg, which is god awful. I'll never ever do it again. It's the
Really?
worst thing. Yeah,
I'm okay
dude.
with it.
It's like, it's so freaking. I guess, like, every way that I looked up online, it's so raw, and it's like, it's just, you're eating a borderline raw egg, and it's just disgusting to me.
I really like runny eggs.
I do too. I don't mind, like, over easy.
Okay.
But, like, the way that they're telling me to do it is just like, what?
What if you found some bunk thing and you're just eating raw eggs?
It was Alton Brown.
What is this doing?
Yeah, I followed Alton Brown's video. And
Are you sure it was Alton Brown and not a snake? Slowly swallow it whole.
And I decided to do turkey bacon, which just
Oh,
sucks.
I like turkey bacon.
Oh,
though.
dude.
Oh, it's so gross.
Yeah.
Emily, would you just let us know where?
Just leave.
Just go. Would you let us know where you've been? What you've been up to?
I have also been.
We're gonna ignore the train that's coming at us.
Yeah, I've also been doing changes to my diet. I've tried a new.
Just
Like,
whale blubber.
Yeah, just
Nothing but whale
blubber.
blubber.
I think I said bludder.
You
You
wouldn't
did.
believe
Whale-
the
whale
sweat you
blubber.
can work up eating only chicken nuggets.
No, but I tried.
Feels like I'm working out all the time.
No, so yeah, but I got a juicer and I tried to. I don't know. I've just like read all these things about the health benefits and like I'm so tired of not feeling good.
Fun
That-
fact, you cannot juice a live bird.
No, you can't. But you can try.
And break your juicer, and then you'll have to buy another one.
Yes, and the Target will only take it back so many times.
Funner fact.
So many birds.
Go onto the Alton Brown snake cooking website. You can juice eggs. Gotta keep them raw.
Shells and
God.
everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, juicing. And it was going really well, but I had pizza for dinner, so it's going super well.
That's okay.
That's okay.
That's
Honestly,
okay.
I don't know. I just it's nice to not feel like super sick after every meal. So it's good. Feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know. It makes me really grumpy. So I don't know.
So
It does make you realize like the average person does not consume nearly enough fruits and vegetables. You know?
Mhm.
It's just kind of crazy to see it all condensed.
one of my friends that I hang out with, we were talking about it last time. His roommate told me that he literally eats 0 vegetables,
Jesus.
and I'm like, okay, but like, I feel like you kind of have to try to eat 0 vegetables.
Yeah.
And
You have to go. There's like no lettuce on any of my sandwiches.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
He just doesn't like it, and I'm like, but he's so unbelievably skinny.
That's how Mike was. Same thing. Just did not
So
like.
strange.
Yeah.
But that
Something
was-
about thin people not eating their Maybe it's just your body
Maybe it's just
slowly
so many
dying. Yeah.
I saw something.
Vegetables make you fat. Sorry.
You heard it from Atrium, our nutrition blog.
God, I saw that on a show once where they had strange eating things, and there was a guy that only ate meat and preferably like more raw meat, and he never ate vegetables, but he was super skinny, and they told him that that was really unhealthy, but he was like whatever, and then he died. He got hit by a car.
Had nothing to do with the health, but
Welcome to the tragedy cast.
No, I don't know what happened to him. I think they might have gotten him to convert. So, he's a loser because he quit. And
Okay, so
that's that.
this week we are going to be changing it up a little bit. We're going to be bringing it to you from every side.
remix.
What's the name of the game show?
I like
The
it.
Newlywed Game?
Newlyweds.
Newlyweds,
Yeah,
that's
I was thinking we'd just call it Atrium's Newlyweds game.
Okay. You were thinking that, huh?
Well, just
How long-
now I was thinking that because that name
How
it's
long did you think about it?
about a half a second.
Maybe should have gone the full second.
Yeah. It's about as boiled as your eggs were.
Okay, so who wants to start this thing off? Oh, basically, for anyone who has lived under a rock and doesn't know the Newlyweds game, basically, for example, I'm going to ask Paul a question about Emily, and Emily has to have an answer ready. Paul answers. If he's right, then Paul gains 100 points. And,
Ooh, we're keeping score?
oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So Paul gains 100 points. If you get it wrong, you lose 100 points.
So you could end the game negative points.
Yes.
All right, I like this.
Yep. So who wants
What-
to kick this thing off?
Well, what does the winner get?
Yeah.
Awesome. Chris, you should start.
I'll start then. Okay. So, Emily, this question is for you. If Paul made a clothing line, what would he make and who would be his market?
Oh my gosh, I got it. I know exactly what I would do.
Okay, here, see, the thing that's hard for me is I don't know whether I should answer it seriously or...
Well, you want to answer it
first-
correctly.
Yeah, doesn't.
Ooh, that's true.
That's
okay,
all
I'm
that
going...
matters.
Paul would make... Paul's one true unfulfilled life goal is to be a beautiful figure skater named Ferrero. So I think that he would make a line of figure skating clothes.
I think you're wrong.
And
That is an excellent answer.
But just so
Right.
wrong.
Definitely not what I was going to say at all.
the other thought that I had
Just
was that
bold
just
sequins.
normal cool t-shirts or,
Not at
rock
all.
band
Both
clothes. Then I
could
don't
not be
know.
farther
I
from
think,
what my answer
can
is.
I answer for you?
I would be. I'll tell you what. You could have a bonus.
You can
It's
one
not going to
point.
be. It's.
You can steal for 100 points.
No, you can steal for.
I just want to have an answer. I don't
25.
really need any points.
You getting points.
Okay. I think you would make some badass, nice suits.
Oh, Chris, you're almost there. I want to make.
He's making ice skating suits.
I want to make exceptionally high-end clothes that make Armani look like hot dirt trash, but only for senior citizens.
Okay.
I want them to blow their life savings on my clothes.
Oh no.
I want homeless old people that just put all of the red carpet to shame. Gold. Gold suits.
gold suits.
Yes.
Okay. So Emily, you have negative 100 points.
Pants are so
Fantastic.
heavy because they're
I
made
award
of
you
diamonds.
no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Okay. Paul, this question is for you.
Ooh.
Paul, Emily has just been elected president. What is the first change that she makes?
Oh my goodness. The first change that Emily makes, I think I've got it.
Here's the thing.
I've got
You
it.
know that knowing Emily, you can't really answer seriously. Especially the fact that she just laughed.
Right.
So she thought of the most ridiculous thing that she could think about.
I mean, it could be one of a billion things, but I've got my gut reaction that I'm hoping is correct, just because it would spell out the rest of her term in office. The first thing Emily does after being voted in by America is legalize weed.
No.
Okay.
Good guess.
Wait, does Chris gets to try to steal? The party press is in the house!
I think you might make a sweet-ass rock venue at the White House.
That is a good one.
That's also a good guess, and one that is also incorrect.
I figured.
Now,
I think everyone's going to end this game with negative points.
As the newly elected, severely underage president of this country, my first and probably only decision before I get impeached is I would put like a population cap on, and I would make it
so for real.
Yeah,
God.
it would get so for real. It would be like, intelligence tests, income, genetic testing.
Oh,
it would get
I'm
kind
sorry?
of... This would turn into a dictatorship. I would go Caesar on this country so freaking fast.
I'm sorry, is that the third child? Oh, and you got a D on a report card once. Oh, no. Yeah. There's a pool over here. It's called the stupid pool. See if he can swim.
I'm going to kill the children.
No, if your infant child can swim, it can survive.
I'm not saying... I mean, but then you do bring up a good question. How do you maintain the population control? I'm not going to kill anyone. I'm just saying, like, I might neuter a whole bunch of people.
God.
Oh my god. That's pretty messed up.
Look, I'm just going to pull something from this BBC show that I saw once. I'm going to sterilize I'm going to create a fear for a massive flu. And then I'm going to use the flu vaccinations as a way to sterilize like 99% of the population.
You are never... No one vote her into office.
Ever.
She is not allowed to be president.
We have overfished our oceans. We have polluted our planet to such an
This
extreme...
is why... I want a
This is why
president I could
don't-
drink a beer with.
You can all rage with you. I'm just saying, we can rage forever if we don't have 8 billion more people on this
You know what I
planet.
imagine, for some reason, as like... This is so disgusting and pleasant at the same time. The poster to encourage people to get spayed and neutered is Emily standing there like on a beach in a one-piece bathing suit with a little tutu on it, and she's just got a sand shovel and pail, and it's like scooping up the mess or something like that.
I like
That
the
makes no sense.
I like the
really
picture.
weird.
You know how Obama's is like hope?
Yes.
I like
Fear.
the same type of poster, but there's a mother showing you a positive pregnancy test, and it says nope.
Not in my America. I like the one where you have a big cone around like a middle-aged man's neck, and it says, "Don't forget to spay and neuter your redneck neighbors."
Ooh,
Or what? Let's keep
you
going
are
on this.
just alienating everyone.
In true
Hanging their Douglas wanting it through, but
In true Atrium fashion, I want to keep this going. I want a poster, same style, where a mother is trying to hold her baby out to have Emily kiss it, and instead she's grabbing the mother's boob, and it says, grope.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Keep it going.
not your best one.
Okay. Nope.
I love that people haven't just killed me.
Soap.
Oh no, or you just see Emily's now taking over the church. Pope.
I would take over everything. I can't be a politician.
Emily would so quickly be like, I am God, upon reviewing the text.
I would throw it back to a nod to, once again, Caesar's reign as emperor, and I would wear mostly
Little
purple.
Caesars?
Little Caesar, from way back. I couldn't think of a witty way to throw that in.
Next question.
Yes. Next question, Emily. This question is for you.
Okay.
This is in light of the Super Bowl that we just witnessed.
Yes.
Paul was ejected from the Super Bowl.
Mm.
Why was he removed from the game?
drunken, disorderly conduct kind of thing. I think that Paul would get way too drunk. He'd probably shotgun 6 to 12 beers before even entering the venue. And then he would just scream, be like, football! And start a fist fight.
Chris, what's your answer?
Excessive unsportsmanlike conduct, because I feel like you would score a touchdown and you would go to every single player and be like, did you just see what the fuck just happened?
Oh, I thought that he was in the stands and he got thrown out of the football game.
No, he's in the game.
He's in the game?
He's in the game.
Oh, then I think that he would be showboating too much.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
You're both incorrect.
Oh.
I would take it to the extreme. I would be the first player to streak nude across the field wearing nothing but my helmet.
That's
Nice.
That's smart.
Well, neither is playing football drunk against people that are much bigger
I thought
than
you
me.
were in the stands, to be fair.
No, I would be the first player to streak, and they'd be like, it's a no, that's Ward. Oh my God.
Okay, because that question was unclear, Emily, you get a bonus question.
Okay.
If Paul could have any other hairstyle other than what he has, what would it be?
I think he'd have super sweet anime hair, where it was just really cool and choppy and up and, you know, just that way that looks so inhuman and always perfect. Spunky protagonist anime hair.
Okay, Chris?
That's your way of saying you are incorrect.
I'm trying to stay neutral.
I think you would have some really awesome, like, Dave Grohl style long hair.
Here's the thing. To be perfectly fair, both of you are definitely correct in that I would love those things. However, the first thing that came to mind is I would love to have, if I was doing something different, I would rock the very old school high and tight, like get it like proper styled that way. To go old school classic look. But your answers are better than mine, so you can each have 50 points.
Okay.
Are you actually keeping score?
You think this is a game? I mean, it is a game.
You would be correct in thinking that this is a game.
Yes, I am keeping score.
The loser gets neutered.
Okay.
This is how I start my reign.
Okay. Paul, your question. Emily just took over as head coach for the Patriots, but the mascot is just not jiving with her.
Oh my gosh.
What does she change the mascot to?
Got it.
Do you have your answer? Emily Allen.
No, I do not.
I can't answer
he
now.
knows you better than you
I'll
know yourself.
influence her decision. The problem is that I think I'll say this and she'll be like, oh.
Don't say it.
Should have. No, I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I think,
I see what you're
I'm wondering if it'll be one of those where she's like, I wish I would have thought of that, but we'll see.
Okay.
The ice horse.
Holy
The
shit.
New England panda flies.
Oh my.
Panda fly!
That's a way better answer than, but
Damn
that's
it.
not what you thought of.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I've thought of so many, and I think I finally have my answer.
Okay. I'll say, at first I thought, how funny would it be, but I don't think you thought of this, if it was the New England man bear pigs.
Aww.
But I don't think you'd go with that. The first one that I was like, it's very Emily, is if they were the New England Jolteons.
Damn it! Oh, I do love Jolteon. He's so spunky. He's my spirit Pokemon. And no, that's not what I thought of.
All right, Chris,
Chris?
for the steal.
I wasn't even thinking of an answer.
Go with your gut. It's a gut. The New England stomachs.
I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna start saying words.
Here's the thing.
Parfaits.
I feel like
The New England sideburns.
I'm gonna say this, and I feel like if it's right, I should get 25 points.
The New England phantom limbs.
I feel like it's gonna be some anime reference that I don't know.
New England tooth decay.
So
No.
that's my answer. No?
It's not.
Okay.
What is it?
Yes, though. Well, I'll lead you to my train of thought. I originally thought of something ferocious, which would of course be a dragon. And then I was like, okay, but that doesn't
Of
really make
course.
sense.
New England is known for their dragons.
Exactly. I thought that didn't really make sense because it's New England. And then I was like, yeah, and I don't really know what kind of dragon I would want. You know, do I want a cute dragon or like a weird dragon? Do I really want to see a dragon dancing on the field? So then I thought, well, New England's cold, so what about the polar bears? Because I really
thought about polar
love
bear.
polar bears. But then I went, nah, I want something really weird, like a platypus or something. So I've chosen, wait for it, the New England honey badgers. Because they're small and vicious and smart
And they don't give a shit.
ferocious, yeah.
That's
And-
pretty good.
And
I
I
like
like
that.
it.
All right.
I don't know how many t-shirts we're going to sell.
Is that
Yes, those are all my questions.
wraps it up?
I liked it. I thought we were, in my mind, we were still called the New England Patriots, but we just had
A honey badger.
badger.
I thought of naming it after one of the players, like the New England Tom Brady's.
That's great. All right, so
Or just like another player that I know. Oh, be the Cal Ripkins.
The new-
Wrong sport. Not
the
even
New
in the
England
game.
Stephen Hawking's.
the New England Wayne Gretzky's.
Do I
That's
have to call
awesome.
them the New England?
The New England Tom Hanks.
Nice.
All right, so piggybacking off of this and using the Newlywed Game as the template, I now, in keeping with my traditional segment, I am going to test the masters on the most difficult subject of all,
Ooh.
the masters themselves and their sex lives.
Oh, good.
Just so you didn't think that it was going to be something interesting and wholesome.
Yeah.
All right, so I have provided for
Welcome
you
back
here.
to the tragedy cast.
I have for you here. I want you to each take a couple pieces of paper and a pen.
Like, we both take a couple.
Well, you would both take two.
We
And
need
you
that
take
much
a pen.
paper?
No, but maybe you want to get crazy and write big. Now, what I'm going to do is have you guys write down your answers, and while you're writing
Shit,
down
I
your
just stabbed
answers,
myself with a pen.
well, you shouldn't do that.
Whoa. Do it.
While you are writing down your answers, I will be filling in the listeners at home with some fun facts about the Masters, and then when I finish reading the segment, you guys have to have your answers ready, and then we'll reveal them. Obviously, if I'm asking you, you reveal yours first. I will say what's on there, or you can say what's on there, and then the actual answer will come up. Okay.
So I'm writing down my answer or what I think Chris's answer is?
You'll see
I
from
write down my answer.
you would
Okay.
write down your answer of what you think that person's going to say. Okay, so we'll start with Master Chris. All right. Remember
I
that
prefer to go by Master Roshi.
okay, Master Roshi. And being a master of
That's
any
my
topic,
splinter.
I bring to your attention.
I'm sorry,
Well,
what? Start from the beginning?
You guys, well, that's it. You just keep in mind that you're the masters of
What'd you
any
say?
topic I bring to your attention.
Oh, okay.
So I expect the best out of you guys. First one here. If Emily were to relate her infamous hand job skills as a spicy pepper, would it be a rotten bell pepper, a jalapeno that got in her eyes, or a habanero swallowed whole? I'll read those again. If Emily related her
So
infamous...
it has to be one of those?
Yes, her infamous hand job skills.
this?
It gives you a chance to get it right. If Emily related her infamous hand job skills as a spicy pepper, would it be a rotten bell pepper, a jalapeno that got in her eyes, or a habanero swallowed whole? Now, while they answer, I would like to reveal to you fans at home that if you didn't know already, Emily used to be a man. And there are many women I've just casually encountered in the street. It's not just women, men, inanimate objects, mailboxes, that have sworn off sex altogether because she gave them such a proper dicking.
I've already forgotten the answers.
It is a
I don't
rotten
think
bell
you have to
pepper,
write it down.
a jalapeno that gets in your
okay, and
eyes,
then there's a habanero.
and a habanero swallowed
see.
whole. But anyway, she gave them such a right proper dicking that many of Charlotte has become abstinent as sex with anything that isn't that 12-inch round python just doesn't seem to do the trick like the old M. All right, well that brings the fact to a close. Master Roshi,
Mm-hmm.
you
Why
seem
do
to
I
be
have
writing.
to write it down?
You seem to be writing a lot more here. Well, it's just to make sure that they're lined up. All right, I'd like to see, what is your answer?
I say the habanero got in her eyes because she probably got bored and got on her cell phone and played some game and lost track of time and then got surprised.
Well, it was a jalapeno in your eyes, or a
Oh.
habanero swallowed whole. So the
Oh,
jalapeno.
I meant. Okay, that's what I meant.
All right, so Emily's hand job
Jalapeno
skills
eyes.
are jalapeno eyes. Nice.
Do I reveal my answer?
Emily, you reveal your answer.
No shit. He was right, and I also wrote habanero in your eyes.
Nice.
How did you both?
Nice.
That was destiny.
I scratched it out and wrote in jalapeno.
Nice.
All right.
That's bonus points
Very
right there.
I also drew, for the people at home, a stick figure screaming with its eyes shut, and it says, ah.
I'm very glad that I gave you guys
Uh,
pencil and paper.
Chris and I have just proven that neither of us can pay attention.
All right, Master Emily, for the second question.
I would like to be Master Splinter.
I hate you both. Master Splinter, would Chris describe the experience of giving oral pleasure as pinching your nose and ignoring the fishy taste for 3 minutes, gargling 2 flesh snakes for an hour, or he can't get enough of that soured ham wallet? I'll read those again. Would Chris describe the experience of giving oral pleasure as pinching your nose and ignoring the fishy taste for 3 minutes, gargling 2 flesh snakes for an hour, or he can't get enough of that soured ham wallet? And the fun fact about Master Roshi, aka Master Chris Suter used to live inside of a Kmart. He'd frequently try to leave the premises by sneaking into other families' cars and pretending to be their long-lost son. This tactic rarely worked, so instead he befriended a bottle of Concord grape jelly, which he named Moose. Chris ate Moose one night during a thunderstorm, and he believes his old friend is still alive inside of his stomach. Chris and Emily. Emily, I'm going to start with you. Your answer.
Had to finish my drawing. I went with.
Why are you drawing?
It's so the viewers at home can,
Yeah.
can see.
I chose gargling flesh snakes.
He gargles the flesh snakes for an hour.
Yeah.
Quite a generous
and
lover.
I drew Chris with his glasses, and it kind of, they're snakes, but it kind of looks like he's spewing out 2 streams of vomit. And then it says, gurgle.
Very nice. And Christopher, your answer.
My answer, you are incorrect.
I knew I would be, but I liked my answer better.
I said, I cannot get enough of that ham wallet because I don't really eat much.
Dot.
Dot.
That is sad.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Tragedy Cast. All right. Master Roshi. If Emily were still a man, as we all know she once was, giving proper dickings to the world round, would she drunkenly show off her enormous balls, her enormous biceps, or her enormous bank account? I'll repeat the question. If Emily were still a man, would she drunkenly show off her enormous balls, her enormous biceps, or her enormous bank account? And while they're writing their answers down, I'd like you guys to know that Emily actually once entered a strongman competition and came in dead last after she found out that she had 0 upper body strength. It was quite embarrassing, and no one realized that she had actually found her way into the contest. It must have been her very large arms that gave it away as her belonging there, but sadly, everyone was mistaken. Anyway, contestants,
Yes.
Master Roshi, your answer first.
My answer is biceps because you turn into a super bro when you drink.
Ooh.
I wanted to say balls because I feel like that's more you, but that's more sober you. And the question was drunkenly.
Very nice. I
So-
like taking all factors into consideration. Master Splinter, your answer.
While I would say that Chris's answer is far more accurate, I chose balls.
And drew yourself as a stick figure with balls bigger than your legs.
What's sad is that my haircut is kind of androgynous, so I didn't have to change it.
Very nice.
And they're big hairy balls, actually kind of cancerous looking in size.
Nice. All right. The final question here for Master Splinter. Chris is thinking of getting implants. Should he go for A's, double D's, or one of each in order to reflect his inner beauty? So what reflects Chris's inner beauty? Would it be implants going for A's, double D's, or one of each? And the fun fact about the master to bring to you guys at home, Chris wears a bra every day to get ready for the big day. His surgery is actually coming up. This was not just a hypothetical. He is going through with the surgery, and we support him all the way.
There will be 2 females in this band.
I'm gonna be so pretty. I'll be the pretty one.
You can have it.
I'm already the pretty one.
Okay. Master Splinter, your
I always have
answer.
more facial hair than you. I went with double D's because Chris would want those tiggle bitties so that he could get free drinks at bars and just to have tiggle bitties.
So he's already a
So-
slut.
He's a slut. He would be a huge slut. And I drew him with a dress and pants, glasses, short hair, and enormous breasts.
I feel like you
Sound pretty
answered
hot.
more for yourself on that question.
Of what I think you would want.
If you were in my shoes, you would want them tiggle bitties. That's what I feel like you just did.
I thought that you would want enormous breasts. I know that you're an ass man.
Subtlety is key.
Oh, he's going for more class than ass here.
So he
Yeah.
wants one of each.
So I want the A's.
Ooh.
Yep.
You
wanna-
basically have A's already.
Thank you. That means a lot.
You're welcome.
Transformation complete.
Now I don't have to go with the
Saved
Not
a
after-
lot of
not
money.
after a
Right?
month of
They
that.
just cut you open and lift up the skin flap and go.
Stick a little
All
jelly
filled out.
bean in there.
Fluffing them up a little.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Stuff 2 chicken nuggets that are chewed up.
I've just
inside
heard
there.
it. You say that if you were a woman, you'd be a big old slut.
Might have been intoxicated when I said that.
Probably was. Maybe I'm speaking for drunken Chris.
Oh, just like Drunken Emily, you'll get a different answer.
Yeah, exactly.
I want big fat boobs.
Well, if it makes you feel any better.
If I was drunk, however, I would be flopping them A's everywhere.
Oh my god, you would totally.
Spilling out
As
your
soon
little
as you
sports
get
bra.
the surgery, while the stitching is still inside you, you'd be like, "Oh no, I'm so drunk! Someone take a picture."
What t-shirt contest? What t-shirt contest?
Oh my gosh! Someone do body shots off my breasts.
Aren't they so big?
You would definitely go up to the girls with the bigger boobs too, and be like, "She's such a fucking slut." All right, Emily, I'm passing the torch over to you for the Emily Allen Show, starring Emily Allen.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not really a segment of the Emily Allen because we're still doing The Price is Right. So, not Price is Right.
That's
We're currently
Ooh,
playing The Price
Next
is Right.
podcast.
Um,
Time out. I need another beer.
Chris, be a dear and fetch Daddy another beer.
he didn't hear you, I don't think.
I think Sandy told him.
Oh, did you say something? Do you want another beer?
Oh, you fucking prick.
Here you
That's
go, bud.
awesome.
Oh my god, I fucking hate you. I'm not even fucking putting it back.
Tap back
Time
in.
back in.
Alright, guys. This first question for the beautiful young couple sitting before me is for you, Chris.
Nice.
We're not married, but we've been engaged for 17 years. We're so happy.
And
He hasn't gotten me a ring yet, but we're hoping someday.
If Paul had to be the personal assistant of one famous funny lady, would he choose Roseanne Barr, Kathy Griffin, or Fran Drescher?
Wait, who's? Oh no, those are all bad.
Exactly.
I have my answer. You have your answer?
Ready to go.
I'm gonna go with Roseanne Barr.
You got it, champ. I would definitely go with Roseanne. She would, of the three, she's definitely the funniest
Yeah.
one.
And I feel like Roseanne, you could very easily kick back and have a beer or two with and hang out.
Totally, dude.
And she's not gonna be. Kathy Griffin is gonna be in character all the time, and I can't handle that
Have
shit.
you seen that amazing video online of Roseanne singing the national anthem? It was the funniest thing ever. She's just going,
Red
and the Rockets, red glare. And the whole crowd is booing the entire time.
Oh my god.
I've seen
She,
that.
after I saw that, I was like, she's my fucking hero.
Paul, If Chris were a sexy piece of lingerie, would he be a flirtatious teddy, a lacy red thong, or a boobalicious bustier?
Hang on. What's the first thing?
If Chris were... what the options were?
Yeah, what is that first thing? A teddy?
A teddy.
What is a teddy? Do you know what a teddy is?
I think so.
What's a teddy?
It's like...
I think a teddy is one of those, like, things that kind of drape over lingerie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like see-through.
Yeah.
And like flouncy.
Okay.
So would he be like a fun and playful teddy?
Okay.
Would he be a lacy red thong? Or would he be a boobalicious bustier?
I've got mine. You got yours?
Yeah.
You would definitely be the playful flouncy because, first of all, it would play up your single A's very nicely. And it's kind of one of those things
Single A's.
where it's nice because, you know, it's a little playful. You know, maybe I can see through a little bit. You got large dinner plate nipples. That was all part of the surgery. They threw those in for free. But yeah, and I think it's classy and sexy.
That's not it.
Ah, damn it.
I'm
Chance to
sorry.
steal. I think Chris is a sexy red thong.
God, you're both wrong.
Really?
Yeah,
Why
but
do you think I'm a whore?
I would not have thought that he would have. That says I love it up the ass more than the patch.
Red thongs aren't...
Emily loves it up the ass.
It's not hoary. What was the last one? The bustier?
The bustier. Because I like to think I'm supportive. You know?
Oh.
I like to be
You support the troops.
you know.
You like to push those A's up to look like double A's.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everyone knows that size in bras. Double A.
Yeah.
Skipping right over the B cup.
no. It's nipples that stick out as far as double A batteries.
Paul, you're losing real bad.
Oh man,
You're
is
losing
this
a lot.
all cumulative from all of our rounds?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I-
fuck!
The game
I
at
am
the end.
way worse than
Yeah.
everyone else right now.
I almost didn't even ask that question because I was so convinced that you would say red thong. So,
Nope.
Sure, you know.
are we even friends?
Apparently not.
Christopher,
What?
if Paul could magically wake up tomorrow with the ability to play any instrument, which one would he choose?
Just open-ended like that? No.
Hmm?
No multiple
it.
choice?
I got it.
I got it too.
What is it?
Piano.
Fuck yes, it is. Of course.
that.
And you know what? I'd take it way over the top. If I woke up tomorrow with the ability to play piano so well, I would walk around dressed like a freaking old English composer with a big wig.
With a piano necktie. And you just play the necktie all the time, right? Right?
I would definitely.
right.
I would have a keytar for sure,
Yeah,
but not
do
not
just
that. I would look like Amadeus, like all the time, dude.
Yeah.
Can you now in this? I like to imagine that you could also play with your feet just as well. So you could recreate that scene from Big, where they're jumping on the piano, and then you guys
yeah.
can play chopsticks together. And that would be a fun date.
That was...
Sounded like
And a
cats
concert.
doing an imitation
That was
of
good.
chopsticks.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question. This one's for all the points. Paul,
For all the points?
no other question in this entire game matters. Paul, if Chris had to resort to one illegal or illicit act to make a living, which would he choose?
Oh, man. I think I've got it. At first, I wanted to jump into a Heisenberg situation, but I don't think that Chris would sully himself with drugs. So I think that he would be a professional bank robber. He'd be a master thief. He would steal the
Here's
crown
the thing.
jewels.
I like that idea better. Not quite sure I could pull it off.
You could get. I mean, it's an Ocean's 11. You team up. What's your answer?
My answer was the super simple, dumb guy thing to do. Just selling some weed. My natural salesman
Oh
on
my
the inside would make me be like, look, this shit right here though.
Yeah. Would it be
Dish-
just like
I never smoked it, but I heard it's dank.
I heard it turns green.
I heard it make you see some
I know right
crazy
now
shit.
it's brown, but it gonna turn green.
There was this bit that Cat
It's a
Williams
little
did.
dry. Just spray it down.
There was this bit that Cat Williams did on on like really awful drug dealers, and he was basically like, this shit right here, this shit is called death. You hit this one time, you can't hear shit. And he was like, bitch, I got stuff to do today.
I like to think it's just like, for those of you who didn't know, Chris used to work at a music store, and I like to think that you would flip the weed just like you would a guitar, where some guy would bring you in product and be like, yeah, no, I'm looking at the number of seeds and stems in this, and I don't know, I'll be sitting on this for at least a couple months. You know, this is
literally sitting on it.
Yeah.
Incubating
it.
It can grow into a beautiful weed plant.
I mean, honestly, I'm barely seeing any THC crystals here. I think, you know, at best I'll be able to give you $12 for this pound. You know, I mean, unless you think, you know, you could get me something. No, this is all you have. No, then yeah, $12 is the best I can do, man. You won't be able to find a better price than that in this town. And then you flip it and tell some guy, this shit will kill you if you smoke too much.
That was one of my favorite parts of the job. I never tried to take advantage of someone who was like genuine, but the guy who would come in and was like, yo, I want like $800 for this Squire. I took so much joy in slowly making him realize that what he had was a piece of shit.
You have nothing.
It doesn't even matter. It wouldn't even matter what it was. There was a guy that brought in like a Gibson Les Paul at one point, and I was like, man, I've got a wall of Gibson Les Pauls right now.
Oh my gosh.
You know.
Why are they going to come in and buy your used one when I've got a wall of new ones?
Yeah, I mean, there's no warranty. All of these are... And plus, they're all sitting on the wall for a reason. Not very many people are buying Les Pauls right now.
Oh my gosh, Chris. That's brilliant.
Yeah. I had it. I had them.
I now feel like my Les Paul it's just trash.
It is.
It's less
well,
Paul.
Chris is like, I could take it off your hands for $200.
I mean, it's not gently used, but it's...
Hang on, how used are those strings? Oh, 130.
ooh, are those half rounds? Yeah, thanks.
I'll go ahead and walk away. Oh, if you're going to beg, fine. $13.
That is the ever-elusive Moore Paul, though.
Yes.
It is hard to find that one.
I would say it's one of a kind.
Maybe.
Well,
I might have patented the design.
All right. Stepping on up.
Moving on up.
I had a question that I thought about recently.
Good for
I was
you.
watching... Yeah, I thought for once.
Not very common for our little Emily.
Yeah.
I was watching that show Comic Book Men, and they were talking about some movie that gave them, like, you know, really bad nightmares and stuff, or like childhood fears. So it reminded me of when I was a kid. The only thing that ever really freaked me out was, for some reason, Stephen King's The Cat's Eye. It's like it has 3 little stories in it, and then in one, they're all correlated with this cat. And then there's like this little troll that lives on the wall, and I was convinced that there was going to be like a troll in my wall, so I wouldn't sleep near my wall when I was a kid. And that made me think now in hindsight how stupid that was, but also brings up the question of, what irrational fear did you guys have as children?
I have one, but I've already said it on this podcast.
Oh.
It was do you remember my it was the Count from Sesame Street.
Yes.
Raining in my bedroom.
Now I smell like mildew.
Yeah.
Yes. I like that.
Yep.
Mine, strangely enough, will come across as kind of racist, but when I was a kid,
Afraid of black people.
Terrified of the colors.
No, for some reason, when I was a kid, I would always take a running start and jump into my bed when it was time to go to bed. Because I thought there was a Native American man under my bed who would drag me under if I didn't jump over his ever-reaching red arms.
Well, Indian in the Cupboard was a documentary.
Yes.
So, that's a rational fear.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas did have this very crazy ability to bring toys to life.
I had one dream when I was little that scared the shit out of me for some reason. And I don't know why. You know how you just remember, like, the weirdest things?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had this dream where I was trying to find my family, and I was outside my house, and I was like walking around. I couldn't find them. I literally just walking circles around the house trying to find my family. At no point did I say maybe they're inside the house. So, but I was like 5 or 6 or something. Anyway, so I'm walking around the house and I'm trying to find my family, and all of a sudden, I think they're building something. They're trying to build something. There's cinder blocks sitting everywhere in the backyard. And one by one, the cinder blocks, as I take laps, they start following me and chasing me around the house.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah. So at a certain point, I've got like 30 cinder blocks chasing me.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't good. I woke up like screaming and sweating. It was really strange.
I want to go one step further. I love the idea, before the cinder blocks came into effect, that the neighbors are watching you take laps around your house going, Mommy! Dad! Hello! Just for an hour.
Can anyone hear me?
And
Titanic reference.
neighbor Fred is like,
God.
they're inside, Chris! And you're like, Mom! Dad! Anybody!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's good. Obnoxious little kid. Anyway, I'm ready for the second installment, if you guys are, for Paul's history class. So I want you guys to buckle up. So we're getting real fucking deep on some history shit. So,
That just reminded me, for some reason, of the, remember in House of Cards, the guy, I don't remember his name, but the guy that cooked the ribs, and he was like, he was telling the story, it was in the first season, and he was telling the story about how he was driving on the interstate, and this refrigerator that was on this guy's roof fell off, and he's like, oh, what did he say? He's like, that's why God gives you smarts, so you can get the fuck out the way when a fridge come your way.
wise words.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to get at is I kind of like to, if you don't know, those of you at home who watch the podcast or tune in however
Those
you
who
can.
subscribe.
Those who subscribe to the weekly publication of the podcast. For those reading at home, I take a big interest in history, and I like to bring the ugly underbelly of history to light, because so many of you don't know the really cool shit that I do. So today I wanted to tell you guys, I'm sure you're all familiar with the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
What's that one?
It was where they declared independence, and they had to sign something that said it.
Like
Yeah.
when you die and you have your independence and they give
No.
you... No?
Chris,
Please move on.
I gave up a long
I'll pay
time
attention.
ago. Thanks for that. So a lot of people know
The one
about...
person that thinks I was serious
Douglas is like, oh, okay.
says she's a fucking moron.
You're fooling everyone.
So everyone knows about the signing of the Declaration of Independence, but not too many people know about the aftermath, during which a lot...
Shady aftermath?
I don't have to do this.
Sorry.
So basically, after they put pen to paper and took the big leap, you realize a lot of these old guys, they got together and they realized they're going to have an orgy. So all these old wrinkly men basically took their inkwells and took whatever black soppy ink they could, soaked their old leathery fists, and just began fisting each other's assholes to celebrate the freedom that they had.
The end.
Benjamin, they called him, actually, each
God
one of
bless
them.
America.
Right, and this is where the forgotten history comes in. Did you know that Benjamin Franklin, or as he was more commonly known in the party aftermath, Benjamin Watermelon Fists Franklin, would take on two freedom fighters at once
Wow.
with his mighty hairy knuckles?
Wow.
Yeah, and John Hancock. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, frequently mispronounced as Hancock. It's Handcock. And it's because he actually had 5 dicks on each one of his hands
Dick
that he could
fingers.
individually make come on command.
And then Thomas 8 dicks at a time Jefferson.
That didn't happen.
Oh, is this your story?
No, I don't remember that happened.
I'm
Clearly you don't know the history.
Right.
no.
Now you
No.
just sound unintelligent. Maybe you should go sit over there.
Should probably read the text before coming into class next time. Class dismissed. Every time I try and share something with you guys, it just gets shit on, so I'm done.
Tune in next week.
For history lessons. Every time it's going to end in me just being like, get the fuck out of my house. I teach in my house.
That's not creepy at all.
No.
Is that actually the end?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Short and sweet, man.
So they all fisted each other after they signed.
Just got into a big,
just a fist orgy.
right, and it
good.
wasn't, it was about to get broken up at the very end of it all when George Washington walked in on them, but there was a huge oozing puddle of man's slutitude that had kind of spewed out onto the floor, and when George Washington came in, declared himself the first president, he accidentally slipped on it, knocking a huge hole in the back of his head, which Thomas Jefferson quickly filled with his penis and scrambled his brain. And when people think that George Washington had wooden teeth, they don't realize that he actually had a wooden brain. It was to make up for the scrambled mess that Thomas Jefferson had made inside of his cranium.
I can't even handle that. God, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Our first president had a wooden brain.
Is that where the term, that whole history thing, is that where the term rocket's red glare comes from?
That's exactly where it came from, Chris. From their members being rubbed red.
Good.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, someone's been paying attention.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
The victory swing. Nice.
I'm thinking that Chris could end up acing the final. By the way, for all of these lessons, there will be a final in which I will quiz you guys on a couple of the key things. I want to know just how well you've been paying attention. So.
Chris, can I copy your notes?
No.
No, come on.
I didn't take any.
Plus,
He doesn't need
he's got a
to.
steel
it's all
trap.
up here. It's all up in my wooden brain.
I know that you screwed the professor for an A on the midterm.
Okay, so is this the test? Are we taking the test now?
No, the test comes later after you guys have had a few more lessons.
Okay, good. So, moving on then. I do have an installment of Chris's Question Corner today.
Ooh, question corner.
Wait a minute. I actually never announced the winner of the Atrium Newlyweds game.
Ooh. Well, the votes are in. It was a voting system.
The old crank
The
machine
next
that we have in the back.
American Idol is...
Based on the amount of right answers and wrong answers, I won by quite a lot, actually.
DJ
I
Khaled!
figured.
All he do is win, 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 no
had-
matter what.
I had 250 points.
Got Jonas on his mind, he can't
Next-
ever get enough.
Next in place is DJ Emily Allen.
And
with-
every time she step into the building, everybody's dicks go up. Now they're flaccid.
Second place is DJ Emily Allen with
DJ.
negative 50 points. And in third place
Whoop, whoop.
is Cerebral Palsy with negative 300 points.
You know, that game was for the troops.
May not have won, but I feel good about it, you know?
You know, I went out there and did the best I could.
You know, I may be losing, but I lost doing what I love to do. So it doesn't feel like losing.
Okay, so Chris's Question Corner. This is where I...
KKK, Chris's Question Corner.
This is where I state theories that I've come up with to try to get your brains scrambled and see where it goes from there.
Like Thomas Jefferson in the back of the noggin of our first president, scrambling our brains.
Exactly. So, what if the world as we know it doesn't actually look the way it does? In fact, it is very distorted, but it looks the way that it does because our eyes are shaped like they're round.
Science, Chris.
So that, imagine looking through a fishbowl. What if the world looks like that? And
We've heard all this crap from people before. You're like, what if everything's really upside down? Because your brain takes them, you see upside down, and then your brain flips the image.
what if? That's, well, I didn't say upside down.
We would have to believe the lie of our eyes so much that we would, I can touch this microphone stand, and if it were different, then like,
Well, don't touch that.
I'm sorry. No, it's very expensive.
Chris, I'd like to answer your question with another question. What if we're all fish? Makes you think.
We're not.
Makes me think that I'm a fish.
But I think that if you obviously grow up and you see that world develop, that's all you've ever known.
Have you heard about this guy who he wore a pair of... Did you hear about this guy who wore this
You've been
setup?
smoking your own supply lately, bud?
I don't smoke that shit.
That's gross.
I get really bad shit.
By the way, I put Windex on that, so I'm not sure what that does, but the kids seem to love it. So, have you heard about this guy who put on this headset that made it so that everything was flipped upside down? So, to his perception, it looked like he was walking on the ceiling, and he slowly...
walking on sunshine? Did it feel good?
Well, no, his feet would have gotten very hot, so... He slowly got used to it, though, and he said after 2 weeks that he got so used to it that when he took them off, it was the same way. Like, his brain had completely adjusted to doing that. So I think you're onto something, definitely, that we can adjust very quickly to whatever, whatever view is thrown at us. So
how long did he have these goggles on?
A couple weeks.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, man, this guy was dedicated. But it's all online. This guy basically literally flipped his whole world upside down, got used to the way, that he viewed everything like that. His brain adjusted so that it all felt normal. He could navigate. At the end of it, he was walking through busy intersections completely comfortable with everything.
That's pretty intense.
Everything flipped upside down like that. Yeah. So I definitely think that, it's kind of hard to tell, what everything would be apart from what our view of the world is, but no matter what, we obviously have the ability to adjust. So hard to say. Yeah.
Okay, well that's interesting.
So I think it's about time to wrap this. Are we recording?
Yes. What?
I don't know.
No, this whole thing was just a warm up.
It's like that.
Let's do it again.
This is that rotting baby in your basement that you're trying to mask the smell of. Time to wrap this thing up. Not throw it away. Not bury it.
Save it for later.
Just wrap it up.
Just wrap it up. First step.
When you're in the mood for a snack or a little bit of snacks.
Some ribs? Gross.
I said snacks.
Snacks?
Snack and sex at the same time.
Ooh, snacking on what you're sexing. I like
Yeah,
that.
I like it.
Snacks.
Nibble on that baby a little bit, will ya? I don't know.
Okay,
Anyway,
Okay.
So Emily's experienced snacks firsthand.
I mean, so if you want, we've talked a lot about it, but we finally released our new EP.
But only if you want.
Yeah, but only if you want. It's called The Tide.
It's so bashful. It's not that good, but if you guys, if you happen to, I can give you my bike.
I feel like we're
CD.
all at this point where we could just never hear that thing again and be good.
I have actually still not even put it on my iPod and listened to it in my car.
Oh yeah? You just can't?
No.
What if it sounds horrible?
I listen.
Plug it.
I just, I know what it did sound like, and I know that the changes that I made were what they were supposed to be. So I'm like, it's out of my hands. Doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, it's
I never want to hear it again.
good.
I'm just gonna wear sound blocking earbuds when we play live. I'm just gonna be strumming all 6 strings open.
Not even in the right...
No.
Not even the right time signature.
No, not at all. Just
all over the place.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to check it out, we have it all on iTunes. You can find the links to everything on our Facebook, which is facebook.com/atriumva. Emily, if they want to find it on iTunes, what would they look under?
They would probably look under Atrium.
Or if they wanted to find the EP title, just that one.
Oh, it's The Tide. I mean, yeah, I think you have to go through our... I think until it gets more hits or it's been up longer, you have to go through our old EP, which is called Postscript, and then you click that, and then you click our name, Atrium, and then we'll have
just
all
go
the
to
releases.
the Facebook.
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated. The link's on the Facebook. I don't know how to internet really well, so
Just go to the Facebook.
just go to the Facebook.
It's all over. Dear God, it is all over the Facebook.
If you guys have
So
any comments about the
it's
EP,
the only.
we would love to hear your feedback about it. We obviously put a lot of time and care into that thing, and we would very much
Definitely
like
Did we,
to
though?
hear your thoughts and feelings about it. And if you guys have any questions for us about the podcast,
Keep
comments, or
them to
whatnot,
yourself.
then you can post those as well to the Facebook. Again, that's facebook.com/atriumva.
Or look us up.
the worst show ever.
That's
and,
correct.
Follow us on that social medias, and yeah, we are out. We're gonna make like a fetus and head out, guys.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the worst show ever. My signature, Emily, don't fucking take this from me. We are out.
Suck my dick.
Paul, do you want the last word?
No, I do. Ah.
I'm better than Emily.